Life updates, boosting immunity, and getting rid of perfectionism are all the things that I will be talking about in this video, giving you a bit of updates into my life where I've been for like 2 months. I missed making YouTube videos. My podcast mic. Apologies for that. Boosting immunity because that's crucial at this point. Spirit's really been laying that on my heart. You guys know I'm all with the spirituality. That's literally who I am. I'm a spiritual medium, psychic medium, intuitive prophetess, whatever people call it. I get messages from creator, spirit, and angels, okay? And getting rid of perfectionism. Many people that I have worked with have dealt with this very thing. I've dealt with it myself. You know, I have Virgo rising, so I know about perfectionism and things of that nature. But before we dive into this goodness, I was going to say a curse, YouTube, but you guys flag stuff, so it is a great video and you are in for a treat. So if you do not know me, I'm Avishai L. I am just a liver of life. I'm a spiritual medium, holistic health coach, life coach, international best-selling author, and copywriter, helping people get rid of their stress. Live life holistically, just live a good, holistic, healthy life. That is what I do. That's what I promote through living my own life holistically. Basically, people watch what I do and hopefully they do it because I'm promoting goodness, not badness. Okay? So first, my life updates. As you see, I look a little bit different. I did get my hair colored here where I stay. You guys know I'm in a different location. I got some of my stuff shipped, but back to the hair color. So Spirit had me to dye my hair. It's teal. And also there's some pink in it, and there's also, it's platinum blonde in the front. Most of the process is non-toxic. It's all vegan, but most of it is non-toxic, organic, healthy, completely healthy for my hair. It's not falling out. I have a great hairstylist who cares about those things. And I was also intuitive with it. So you gotta add the intuition to the hairdresser because it all depends, you know, who you go to. You know, some people may not want the best for your hair, and I've heard horror stories. And you guys know I used to get perms. It's been whoa, like Bob on Martin. Whoa. It's been 9 years since I had a perm, so I don't do any damage to my hair. I hardly put heat on it. If you see me, it's literally just combed. Like, I just comb it out. I hardly put heat on it. I take care of it. I will link my hair videos in the description box below. I got my nails done for All Hallows Eve or All Saints Day, what people want to call it. El Dios de los Muertos as well, because I do appreciate ancestors, the ones that help on the other side. These are little skulls on the nails. Can you see them? Ooh, we're up close and personal. I feel like Stefan. Look how amazing that looks. Probably have to do it this way so you can see them this way. How cute are these twinnies? Look at you, you're so cute. I love skulls. I'm obsessed with skulls. If someone gifted me a skull, I don't know what I would do. Depends on who it is. These are spider webs. Okay. And then the marble with the little wrong nail with the little gold in the middle. I do have stuff on my hands. You guys know periodically I'll get this on my hands. It is going away. It looks so much better. This is just part of the process of healing. I have been healed from cancer, specifically leukemia, also a bunch of acidity. What I had was worse than cancer anyways. People think cancer is the worst. No. Also kidney failure and liver failure. So, you know, the body was still acidic. I did have certain things I still can't eat. And so there was an ingredient that I did eat. So my body just reacts with burns, basically. So these are little burns. I'm used to them. This has been happening for years, but it's much better. I just can't eat it, I just can't eat it. No big deal. They are going away. Like I said, this was much worse. Like it was much worse. So these are my hands. I love people who are not shallow. I'm not a shallow person. I am a 4 times burn survivor. 3 times on my face. 4 times, one was on my arm years back. So this doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, you know what you could do. Okay. So that's what happens and what has happened. But you guys, I just know what I can't have, so no big deal. And that's part of, even though I'm healed from that, that's still part of like just moving out of my body, just smoozing right on out. I had that bruise for the longest time, which is going away, and it kind of makes me a bit emotional. It just does, because it's like we grew together. It's weird. It's a little strange. This is what you get with leukemia. If you go on my Instagram page, you can see how bad it was. You can barely see it. See, it's right there. Those little red dots. It was really bad. It looked like someone hit me with a baseball. Like that's how bad it looked before. And now it's getting so much better, and I'm kind of emotional about it. I honor all my emotions. I see what they are, and then I let it move through. But it's just, we went through a lot together. When that came, that was like a major sign of what I was dealing with at the time, and it's going away. It's kind of been my bestie. I don't know. So, but it's going away. What else? It's fall time now, whereas it was summer when I started. Any more life updates? I feel like there was something. I went to the beach. I found a beach that I absolutely love and adore. Absolutely love and adore that beach. It just brings so much mental clarity. It makes me feel peaceful. It makes me feel harmonious. I absolutely love it. So those are the main life updates. I switched nail salons because I went to a couple and they were very rude and unprofessional, and I was like, ooh, don't want to do jail time. Because I've grown. This is where I'm at now, but the old me, the old me would not have hesitated to put someone's face where the, never mind. Never mind. So, someone had said something that they had no business even saying. It was like, wait, I wasn't even doing anything. I was just like, what did this really say what I think she said? So when I asked, she backpedaled. I'm like, I'm already dealing with a wimp, so why even bother? I was like, I'm older, you're in a new place, they're not worth going to prison. So I had to tell a couple people off. And so I found a great nail salon. I'm big on respect, and I don't care who I'm in front of. If you disrespect me, you've listened to podcast episode 101. Don't think, we're in a big place, she's not gonna say anything to me, because people normally don't say anything in front of a lot of people because they don't want people to think I don't give a F, okay? Never have, never will. Never have, never will. So, yeah. There is no, in the 7, I read cards. You guys know this. 7 of Swords in reverse, so no one's being deceptive. That's right, yeah. No one be deceptive with me, because I will read you like a damn book and you will. Okay. So that's my update. Okay, boosting immunity. Let's move over to boosting immunity. When you boost your immunity, you are boosting your self-esteem. You're also boosting your creativity because you have more energy, and you're boosting your energy. You're boosting that immune support that fights off viruses and infections and environmental threats. You're boosting all of that. And in order to boost it, you need there's certain criteria that your immune support have. Remember when we went to school? And the teacher would give you a rubric. I used to hate rubrics. I used to hate that it was called a rubric. I was like, can we call it something else? Or syllabi, whenever they would say, let's look at the syllabus. I'm like, I don't want to look at the syllabus. And you have all these little boxes with the points. I'm like, okay, anyways. So yeah. So your every organ system has a rubric. Reminds me of middle school. Okay, I had some good teachers in middle school. So in that rubric, you have certain criteria. So your immune support needs you to eat certain things, and underneath that umbrella, there is more umbrellas. Okay, so it needs you to eat certain things. It needs you to it needs certain frequencies. It needs certain activities. It needs certain words set to it, okay? And so this is the criteria for your immune support. And if you're not giving it the criteria, it's gonna cry. And when your immune support cries, you don't want the immune support to cry. Because when it cries, you don't feel good. You feel like ish, okay? You feel like ish. Feel like straight doo-doo, okay? And you might have problems taking a doo-doo when your immune support is crying. So you want it to be happy time. So let's see. Ways you can know that your immune support is low. That rhymes. Ways you can know your immune support is low. What show was that when they were like, ain't nothing to it but to do it? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I forget what show it was. That was funny. So the way you can tell your immune support is like shot is if you're low energy, if you're low vibe, you kind of feel like a depressed mood. You're kind of like wah about everything. You're just like, why? What is life? I'm getting up today. It's 5 o'clock. Why did the good Lord wake me up? Shit. Ooh, can't say that on YouTube. Darn. You're like, what in the actual F am I doing on this mother effing earth? You know, it's like that kind of thing. That's how you feel when your immune support is zonked like the zonk on Let's Make a Deal. I don't watch that anymore. But people that I know used to watch it, and I was like, watch it, Let's Make a Deal. And you'd see the zonk. Yeah, that's how you feel. You feel like, oh, zonk, you know, in a funk, really. You also don't have like any energy, no desire to do anything, to put forth any effort. You just feel really sleepy and cranky and sickly, really. You feel sickly, you feel out of sorts, you have trouble feeling grounded. That's when you know your immune support needs extra tender love and care, extra TLC, okay? Okay, had me thinking of Left Eye. I loved her. I really did. And she was into like similar things. It would have been kind to like interview her on my podcast or something. That'd have been great. But anyway. So the good news is you could turn this around. You could turn your immune support feeling like you've been zonked, you've been zapped by the lower vibrational entities and murky ethers into a higher vibration, into boosting your immunity. You can boost it. That is the good news. And the way you're going to boost it is through nutrition first. That is your number one thing, is to boost your immunity with nutrition. Your immune support needs oxygen. It needs foods rich in nutrients, okay? Oxygens, foods that can fight off infections, foods that will unclump your red blood cells, your white blood cells, foods that will give you energy, okay? Foods that help boost your mood. And the foods that do that are the fruits, the veggies. I'm not even gonna say beans, but I'm gonna say fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, okay? And so Those are the foods that you need to be eating to boost your immune support. Can animal flesh boost it? No. Can sea animals boost it? No, they don't, because they have no phytochemicals. They have no antioxidants, anthocyanins, phytonutrients. They do not contain them. They do absolutely nothing. The myth of protein is a myth. Please watch my episode with Dr. Fuhrman, dear Dr. Fuhrman, Debunking Myths with Dr. Fuhrman. He debunks that protein myth with fact-based science, not just someone who says, I think animal flesh is protein. I think we should use protein. I think that's what I'm going to tell everybody because it sounds right to me, because it was helped me. Like, no. As a matter of fact, like I gave this story before, there was a woman who, I gave the story before. She basically passed away. She had too much protein in her system. There also was another woman who drank way too much water. This is what people promote too. You need a gallon of water a day. No, you don't. And that actually could be dangerous for your system. It could drown your organs. For some people, it can. Do your own research. Like I said, you don't ever have to take my word for it. You could do your own research with things, okay? So that is how you're gonna boost immunity. Your immune support also needs you to talk positive to it, because frequency and vibration is actually, from what I found out, from a relative who does their scientific research as well, is nutrition is actually even secondary to that. But I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. But frequency and vibration is crucial. Once you get to know yourself, just think, we're really spiritual beings. So spiritual beings need frequency. I don't know if it's biblical, but I know William McDowell, or is it William Murphy? Anyway, he has a song called There Is a Sound. I used to play this on my violin. There's a specific sound that the divine needs to hear. Creator, source, energy, whatever, whoever you call the divine being, okay? And your cells are reminiscent of that. They need a frequency, they need a vibration. If you're talking negative, that's a frequency you're putting out. Words are spells, okay? We know this, we should know this. Words are spells. So that's the frequency that you are putting out. That's how you're gonna behave. And when your immune support misbehaves, you misbehave. When you misbehave, your immune support misbehaves. So behave, everybody behave. Okay? There's also certain essential oils that I recommend for boosting immunity, okay? Which I will discuss in my coaching. You guys know these videos are little tidbits. The good, magnificent stuff, all of that good stuff that you pay me for, are in my coaching program. So you can certainly sign up for those and ask me about payment plans. Don't be cheap with yourself. I don't even work with cheap people. So if you came to me, it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna work. I'm gonna make the answer for you, okay? Say it's a no for me, okay? All right, so that's boosting immunity. Now I'm gonna quickly talk about perfectionism, okay? So first you wanna realize why you're a perfectionist, I love looking at people's birth charts and I'm like, I can totally see why you're a perfectionist. This is aspecting this is your moon sign, this is your sun sign, whatever I look at. I will never tell you how I find that out. That's why I purposely say, just so you can get to know me. I don't tell it all, okay? I don't tell it all. No, I don't give the answers. I give the answer, but I don't give the answer, okay? Okay. Because some things you're not supposed to say. Spirit's not going to have you to say everything. But anyway, so I love looking at people's birth charts, seeing what is causing them to be a perfectionist. And then I see from their own perspective, like, oh, this is where this stems from. And I'm like, I can see it. I can see it here. And here's how we're going to navigate through that. And I give them a specific protocol, okay, based upon, what they tell me, their family history and whatnot. So a lot of times perfectionism can come from a parent who didn't think you were enough, a teacher who didn't think you were good enough, or your self-esteem. If you were not a favorite, If everybody put you down, or the opposite can be if people put a lot of pressure on you and you were the golden child and you can't make a mistake. Then here comes not only perfectionism, but people pleasing, which ends up making you go nuts, kind of. You're just you never feel rested. You feel antsy all the time. Then comes the anxiety and the overthinking, and the overeating is just like a rumble, like a tumble effect, a tumbleweed effect. It just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. When I did that reminded me of SNL when the guy looks at his wife and says, "Let's make a baby." It was funny. You gotta laugh. I love laughing. I'm a comedian. Those who know me, know I'm a comedian. I think pretty much everybody does. I've been doing this since I was little, acting in theater. Oh, please. So that's just part of my life. And it always will be. I will never stop laughing. Ever. Do you hear me? Ever. And that's how you gotta be in life. You have to set your boundaries. You don't let anyone take your mother effing joy away from you, because it's yours. You gotta hold it. Ish. Want to curse so bad on here. Potty mouth there. And there, can't even go a whole 20-something minutes without saying something. Okay. So that's that. So perfectionism, so actually getting rid of it. First, you have to get to the root of it. You have to write it down. And then you want to allow yourself to fail, because that's going to get you to the next level. There is nothing wrong with failing, okay? There's nothing wrong with failing. I'll never forget when I started Instagram, and I would just put quotes out there and pictures, and they had no coordination, although they probably looked perfect to other people. See, I have a Virgo rising, so my level of what looks good is different from someone's level of what looks good or what looks bad, you see? And so, but now, you know, everybody's like, oh my God, I just love the way it looks and all this stuff. And so, you know, it takes time, but people loved the information. So do it where you are, you know, do the thing that you think isn't perfect yet, without having that fear of what people think. Oh, they're gonna say this or they're gonna say that. So today I want you to do something that you are fearful of what people think, and think about what you want to do versus what someone else is gonna say. I have sung a lot on my TikTok. I have played violin. I have done comedic acts. I don't care, because I listen to Spirit, and Spirit told me to do that. A lot of times when people don't do anything, it's because, oh, it's wrong for me to do it. If people say something and it's not appealing, and it's not to my liking, then I'm just gonna crawl in a ball. You gotta get back up, okay? If you do it and you know it's not perfect, then just know what may come with it. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be an accomplishment. Do stuff because you like to feel the accomplishment. Don't do things because you want to validate. You want validation from people. You want to validate people's feelings and opinions. Okay, and some of you may be thinking that, well, the accomplishment is that it's perfect, or the accomplishment is that people validate you. Then you got to do some inner work and see where that's coming from. Did you go through life constantly getting validated from people that now you still need validation? Did you go through life not getting validated from people that now you need validation? See what spectrum that you're on. And so that's going to be up to you to look at. But it's crucial to live this life as if you're the only one on this planet. Do an exercise and make it your mantra. I'm telling you, the power is in your words. The power is in your tongue. Every single day when you get up, say, this is my world. Just say that. This is my world. This is the world I live in. It's not, and some people say, listen, it's not narcissistic. It's not. It's you rewiring and retraining your brain to not think of what other people will say and do. Sometimes if you do, I'm not trying to be nasty here, but remember, and I always give these scenarios, if you're on the toilet, you had something you had no business eating, and you just want to get that itch out of your body. You want to have that bowel movement. And, finally you surrender because you're like, you know what, it may hurt, it may not, and you just let it go. You just let it go. When you stop thinking of, is it gonna hurt? Is it gonna rip me up one? You know what I mean by rip me up one. Is it gonna do this? Am I gonna fart? You just end up, it came out. I feel relieved. So just do it so you can feel relieved. Just do it. Some of you may need some certain nutrients or vitamins. If you're constantly in this state of what people think, that could be time to look at some supplements and vitamins. Get on some herbs and tinctures. That could be time to change your diet, because believe it or not, actually I found this out when I was in school doing violin. People would say like, oh, bananas and chocolate are good before you perform because they calm and relax you. So I used to do that. And it did help a bit, but honestly it's a mindset thing, but that does help somewhat. They all work together. And so that's what I did. That is what I did. That's partly of what I did. So that's when I started to realize, actually back in 2008 is when I started to realize how healing nutrition was for the body. Physically. That was first, it was physical, and then when I got to school, I was like, oh, this helps with your mental health. Oh, this helps with your nerves. Okay. People would take beta blockers, and I just refused to take those. And so nutrition was a go-to, and I didn't eat certain things that would make me jittery, and so if you're someone who is, who's nervous or anxious or just in a low vibration, you want to look at your nutrition, and just start doing stuff. Pick a hobby that you don't necessarily want to be perfect in, and you just love it. It could be, I don't know, making paper mache dolls. Like, that wouldn't even be a hobby for me, because I wouldn't even, But anyway, if that's a hobby that you want to do, just do it because, I'm having fun. And it's never perfect. It's going to teach you, it's going to trick you in a good way on how it feels to fail doing something you love. I'll say that again. It's going to trick you into doing something. I forgot. I need omega-3s. Trick you into failing. Thank you, Creator Spirit and Angels, at doing something that you love. And so you can transfer that energy into what you currently do if it's something you love, and say, you know what? I still had a good day, and I will get to that again. I will do it again. Once you realize that you're not a perfect person anyway, therefore whatever you do is already imperfect, you will not care about perfection. We're already imperfect people. You're never going to be perfect. You are only going to be perfect according to your standards of perfection. And maybe it's time to change your standards of perfection. While leaving them high, tell yourself you're not perfect. And so mistakes are still perfection. Because perfection is learning from your mistakes. Perfection is learning from your mistakes. I feel like a teacher. Oh wait, I was. I was a teacher. I still am a teacher, obviously. I teach all the time, but I really was a professional teacher in the school system. Anyways, let's get a card of the day. Let's get a card of the day. And then the word of the day. The word. Someone used to talk like that. They used to say the word. Let's get a card of the day. Creator, Spirit, and Angels. What do people need to know? What do people need to know? I'm like this 24/7, like a ball of energy. Ball of energy, high vibrations, high vibrations. Mystical I am. Yeah, some of you need to get on your... Okay, so what I'm getting from these cards that came out is some of you don't know what direction you're going in, but I'm seeing once you figure out what you're supposed to do, once you allow help, once you work with someone, some of you need to work with someone, you will have abundance. You won't have the stress and overwhelm and anxiety that you're currently experiencing. I'm seeing that will go away. Okay, so I do offer Find Your Purpose readings if you want to know your purpose, you know. I heard a motorcycle, so get a move on it. The link is in the description box below. I only offer payment plans for certain people if needed. And the word of the day, which is actually a phrase of the day, and it is in Moorish Latin because I'm more American, M-O-O-R, and it's modern day Spanish now, is sube el volumen, because I have to say that a lot when I take over, okay? And that's for people to turn up the volume. And this is just a PSA. If I ride with you, the music should be blasting, okay? Because I just go crazy. I don't know what to do with myself. So if they, I hate when they just turn it a little bit. I'm like, really? You guys don't listen to music loud? It has to be loud. Bust my eardrums. Not really, but you know what I mean. So I will bring these with me, just in case, because I like my music loud, and I'm just like, you know, if you're not gonna turn it up loud, I don't wanna hear you breathe. I don't wanna hear you. I wanna hear music. So that's all you need to know about me, okay? Have a wonderful day, Loverly Peaceful. Make sure, oh my God, make sure it's been a while. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Leave some comments down below if this video was helpful. Leave a thumbs up. Definitely work with me. I'm taking new clients. And I will see you in the next video, okay? Okay, bye.